Hey traders, welcome back to the channel. So ICT says that every day there are 3 sessions in which a fair value gap will form and you will get 5 handles towards the drawn liquidity. But which fair value gap is that? That is the problem with ICT concepts, is it's just a style of technical analysis until you combine a few of the concepts and turn them into a trading system. And that is my focus on this channel, systems over concepts. But let's get into today's video. You guys have been asking for this one since the last Silver Bullet video. So I will show you a realistic backtest from the past month's price action. I will not be going into any random date where performance was the best. This is going to be realistic and show you guys how you could have capitalized off the recent price action. And it's going to open your eyes to what's possible. But first, we need to understand the trading strategy. It's just 3 simple steps. So we'll jump into it here. Okay, so before we run through the strategy, let me just start with the most important thing that people ignore when trading the Silver Bullet. And that is asking themselves, when going into the 10 a.m. Silver Bullet, what has price done since the 9:30 New York open? Typically 9:30 open is going to give you one of 2 things. You're either going to get a manipulation to raid liquidity, and then you're going to anticipate a 10 a.m. reversal. Or price will just expand towards the higher time frame drawn liquidity, which we can then use to expect the continuation during 10 a.m. Silver Bullet. So let's take a look at these 2 days here. This one, 9:30 manipulates lower, taking previous day low, we get a reversal, and then that is a 10 a.m. Silver Bullet reversal. If we then go to this example here, you can see 9:30 opens, and we just displace towards that drawn liquidity. We're not looking to take reversals, we're not at any higher time frame PD array here. Price then continues off of this level here. And this was a trade we actually caught within one of the live sessions. And then it displaces down to our drawn liquidity here. So that was a continuation model. The previous one was obviously a reversal model. So 9:30 open, distributes towards the drawn liquidity, and then we expect a Silver Bullet continuation. This one, the market displaces towards liquidity, we raid liquidity, and then we get a Silver Bullet reversal. Okay, so 2 different models. That's why in my group now we have 2 defined models to catch both continuations and reversals in various market conditions. Okay, the entry is the same, it's just the PD array we trade from, which is different. So focus on price action between 9:30 and 10 to increase your strike rate. But let's get down to the strategy now quickly. It's essentially just 3 components: identifying the drawn liquidity, time function, and entry model. Okay, so the 3 time frames. So this is obviously our time function: London, New York, New York PM. In the community, we trade Euro and Pound during London, and then ES and NQ, or S&P 500, and NASDAQ during New York AM. I personally don't trade PM session. Some people might do, but London and New York AM are the 2 best sessions. We trade both of those daily within the community. So this strategy uses fair value gaps and breakers, so I'll go over these quickly now. Fair value gap is used to detect inefficiencies or imbalances and shows displacement is present in the market. So it's a 3-candle pattern. The high of the wick of this candle to the low of the wick of the 3rd candle, and then vice versa for a bearish fair value gap. Breaker blocks. So a breaker block is a structural pattern, and therefore when we displace through a breaker block, market structure has now shifted and it's essentially a failed order block. So bearish order block here, we create new lows and then we displace through it. That then becomes a bullish breaker. We can use consecutive bullish candles. Okay, so it's the highest up closed candle before liquidity was swept. Liquidity was swept here. This is the highest up closed candle. So this is our breaker block. We can then combine these 3 because we have 3 consecutive bullish candles. If we didn't, it would just be this candle here. And then obviously vice versa for a bearish breaker as well. Here's the entry model. We need a higher time frame bias, like I just said. We need our time function, which is the Silver Bullet window. And then we need liquidity in terms of session highs and lows. Entry is fair value gap and breaker aligned, as I will show you in all of these examples in a moment. So in terms of higher time frame bias, you just need a higher time frame PD array. That could be a higher time frame fair value gap, 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily. Okay, previous day high or low is also something I look for. And then also session high and lows can be brought into this as well. Time function here, Silver Bullet. Short-term liquidity raid, we need this as well, and we need a breaker block and a fair value gap aligned. Go down to the link in the description, sign up to the free community. There'll be a free course dropping 0 to funded over the next week as well, but this is included in your free membership. So go and get this, have this with you every single day you trade, and make sure all of this checklist is checked off before entering a trade, okay? So first example, we're gonna start on Monday, the 23rd of September, okay? When you are doing this on your charts, there's 3 things I'd recommend you do. Map out any higher time frame fair value gaps, map out your session high and lows, and map out your previous day high or low. Okay, we're not going to do that because this video would be way too long. Session indicator that I use is this ICT Kill Zones and Pivots by Trade for Op. Make sure you go and get that. It clearly marks the Asia range, the London session highs and lows, and then the New York session high and lows as well. I've got this set to 9:30 open until 11 a.m. end of Silver Bullet. This is just London Open Kill Zone. Okay, so 2 a.m. till 5 a.m. First day we're going to backtest is Monday. There was nothing here. Okay, absolutely nothing. If you spot an entry in this, comment down below and we'll go through that. But for me, price action was just horrendous. There was no higher time frame fair value gaps or anything like that, and just super choppy PA that didn't offer any trade setups. Moving on to Tuesday. And Tuesday, you can see 9:30 manipulated lower. We took previous day low. There's obviously no setups up here. We then come lower. You can just keep mapping your market structure, okay? So breaker here, if we were to break through that, then we'd be looking for entries up here. But then we create a new breaker as we sweep this short-term liquidity, and then we also take previous day low. So previous day low is our higher time frame level, and then we've also got our short-term raid, and then we've also got our breaker, our fair value gap, and entry is always at the start of the breaker. Okay, you don't need to combine it with the fair value gap. Sometimes we don't have to come back to the fair value gap. So entry at the breaker, stop loss at the low of the breaker. Okay, so here, one candle. Okay, the highest up close candle before the sweep of liquidity. So displacement through, fair value gap formed, entry on the recess of the breaker. And I'm going to tell you guys, target 2R at the start. But then once you identify your higher time frame draws, that you can then be looking to target much more than that. Okay, so I'm going to give you two options in this video today. Session liquidity that hasn't been taken today, it's really obvious when looking at this session indicator, is London highs. Okay, so if that is in line with our high time frame draw, we're going to target London highs. So that's a plus 5R trade there, or a plus 2. Okay, so on to Wednesday, the 25th of September. This was a day where we were drawing into previous day high. Okay, so we had relatively equal highs here. That was our drawn liquidity, London manipulation, low of day, and then it was a continuation. So New York opens up and we draw towards the drawn liquidity. Okay, we don't manipulate any lows. We don't take liquidity. This was our draw in terms of previous day high. There is no setup with this entry model. We did catch this within my group. You can see the SMT here, and we caught a continuation model up into these highs here for about 2 or 3R, I think. But with what we're going through today, no trade there on Wednesday. We come forward to Thursday, and you can see our high time frame here on ES. We sweep liquidity, so our high time frames are a sweep of London open highs, and then we drive lower. So this was a 5-minute play, 5-minute displacement, as you can see at New York open. We drive down, and then we catch a continuation. Okay, so 10 a.m. comes, we come into breaker block. Okay, these consecutive candles here before liquidity was swept, the lowest down close candles before liquidity was swept, right? We displace through, we create a fair value gap and a breaker aligned, and you can take your entry from the breaker or the fair value gap, like I said. And again, you can target 2R. So 2R is hit within no time, or what session liquidity hasn't been taken for the day, Asia low. Okay, so Asia low then gives you 5R. And then Friday was a day of no trades as well. You can see this price action here. We didn't really do a lot. We came down into this 15-minute gap, popped higher here on ES, and on NQ, there was nothing either. So moving forward to the next week, Monday, the 30th of September. So here we open up at 9:30. We drive lower, manipulate these lows under here, relatively equal lows. We have SMT with ES, and we're at that 4-hour gap. So we've got all of our things marked out here. We then get that breaker block with displacement, leaving behind a fair value gap entry at the start of the breaker. Obviously, the breaker is these two candles here, and you can see that that runs for 2R. In this instance here, we don't run all the way to Asia highs like I've already said. Okay, so I said sometimes you can use those untapped session liquidity for targets. Today wasn't one of those days, but you could certainly manage your positions off of market structure as well, and you'd be tagged out on the way down here. Okay, but obviously the higher time frame draw and bias comes into this as well, which I go through in much more detail in other videos. Tuesday, so this is another one that I've already pointed out. There was no unicorn in this session. Okay, so this is the importance of having reversal setups and continuation setups. There's no unicorn on this day here. This is a day where we just draw towards the drawn liquidity, being this low here, and then we come back into this 5-minute gap, and we continue lower. Okay, there's obviously other confirmations for this entry here. I've just drawn this on just as an example, but this was a trade that was taken as well within the community. Wednesday, 9:30 open. What do we do? Between 9:30 and 10 o'clock being here. 9:30 manipulates lows. What low is that? Previous day low. What did I say? Mark out previous day low, previous day high. What do we look to target? We've taken London lows, we've taken previous day low. Asia highs are untapped. Okay. So there we've got our breaker. These two up close candles here before sweeping all of this liquidity. And we drive lower, we drive through that. We've then got the fair value gap, and we look to target 2R, or you can target untapped session liquidity, 4R here. And I'm just showing you guys the possibility of when you have everything in alignment, and you can target more than just your 2R, like it really adds up over time and your results can be crazy. Like this week, I'm up just under 10R within 3 trading days. Okay, so it's really powerful when you really do use higher time frame bias and drawn liquidity, etc. It's not hard. It's super simple, the process that we have for doing it. But yeah, I'm not trading this exact model within my community either, but I'm just using this as an example because you guys asked for it after the last video. But I have taken very similar trades to these. Sometimes entries are just slightly better. Moving forward to Thursday. So Thursday, we have this here. So this is a 1 hour inversion fair value gap. I talk about that in more detail in other videos of how you can use those for bias. But we do also have a 1 hour gap. Okay, it's not drawn out on here, but we have a 1 hour inversion fair value gap and a 1 hour fair value gap. Liquidity is swept here. Okay, going into Silver Bullet hour. Sweep liquidity. This is our breaker. We displace through the breaker block. And do we have any fair value gaps? We clearly do here. So that's our fair value gap. There's our breaker aligned. And we can then enter at the top of the breaker. Stop loss at the low of the breaker. And then we can target 2R. Or once again, we can target untapped session liquidity. Previous day highs, previous day lows as well can act as a drawn liquidity. Of course, like I said, you've got to bring more into consideration. But yeah, so either 2R or 3R on this trade here. And then, yeah, I think that is it, though, guys, for those 2 weeks. Because then going into Friday, we had NFP. Okay, so NFP candle here. We manipulate higher. I believe there was a setup here on NASDAQ, if I remember rightly. So there was this unicorn here. You can see we had SMT. So NASDAQ swept highs. We then had a unicorn setup in here. Price came up, tapped the breaker, and then went lower. This is obviously before Silver Bullet hour. And again, this is something I go over in more detail in terms of when we have the 8:30 news. Sometimes Silver Bullet is not going to do a lot because you've already had the moves happen earlier on in the day. Another good example of a trade setup from this week would be this unicorn on NASDAQ. Okay, so Thursday, you can see clear 9:30 open. What do? We sweep liquidity. Where are we? We're in a higher time frame gap. That's our higher time frame. That's our short-term raid. This is our displacement through the breaker block. We get that close through. We have alignment with a fair value gap. We enter at the breaker. We target 2R. Okay, and this was a day where Asia highs and previous day high being target were only about 2R anyway. Okay, because price action was reasonably choppy this day. So these are the backtesting results for those 2 weeks of price action. I have altered them slightly, so I've put a -1R on the first day and a -1R on day 7 as well, because it's not realistic that you're not going to take losses, okay? It could have been a very good time, very good period for the strategy, but I've also been conservative here with the +8R because I'm not just fixing my trades at the moment to +2R. Like I said, I am up just under 10R for this week, and that was mainly across 3 trading days. So yeah, a lot of my trades now are like 4 to 5R when they run. 2R sometimes if I get stopped in profits and we don't achieve final target. But I've just stuck to the 2R here to keep it realistic, okay? And I've added in a couple losses because even though price action was choppy, maybe you would have got chopped out and you would have thought you've seen a trade when realistically it was just a choppy day. So just imagine these kind of results on a funded account, guys. You can get 5 accounts with Top Step. Even if it's just the 50K accounts, you can trade $200 risk per account. That's $1,000 risk copy traded across those 5. And then obviously $1,000 of risk times 8, you're going to be making $8,000 potentially on like a good couple of weeks like this. And And these types of trades aren't uncommon. These happen frequently on NASDAQ and ES. I think too many people get caught up in trading Forex as well. But New York AM is a game changer. For those of you still trading Forex, switch over to New York AM. Trade this 60 to 90 minute window, and I promise you, like, your results will just be transformed. So yeah, if you guys want to join in with our live trading every day, we trade live London session and New York session for between 2 and 3 hours a day in total. We trade Forex in the London session, and then we trade futures in the New York session. You can still trade your CFD accounts during New York AM, but futures, your conditions will certainly be better. Click the link below, join us, even if it's just in the free community. There's going to be plenty of value dropping in there over the coming weeks. Let me know what you would like to see in the next videos. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. And I'll really appreciate that, guys. And I'll see you in the next one.